Disney Princess Tangled. The Story of Rapunzel. Disney Press. Once upon a time, in a land far away, a single drop of sunlight fell to the ground and grew into a magical golden flower that possessed healing powers. The only person who knew of the flower was a vain and selfish old woman named Mother Gothel. For centuries, she hoarded the flower and used it to restore her youth and beauty. One day, the beloved queen of the kingdom fell gravely ill. The townspeople searched far and wide until, at last, they found the legendary magical flower. Mother Gothel looked on in horror as they uprooted her treasured flower. The queen drank a potion containing the blossom and instantly recovered. Soon after, she gave birth to a beautiful baby girl. The king and queen launched a flying lantern into the sky to celebrate the princess's birth. One night, Mother Gothel crept into the nursery. Singing her secret song, she soon learned the flower's magic lived in the baby's hair. Mother Gothel greedily cut off a lock, but the hair turned brown and lost its power. To keep the magic, she snatched the child and vanished into the night. The king and queen were heartbroken. Each year on the princess's birthday, they released lanterns into the night sky, hopeful they'd see their daughter again. Mother Gothel raised the Princess Rapunzel in a soaring tower in a hidden valley. She treated Rapunzel and her hair as a prized possession.
The outside world is a dangerous place,
Mother Gothel said, convincing Rapunzel to protect her magical hair by never leaving the tower. But being confined never dampened Rapunzel's bright spirit. She and her friend Pascal the chameleon did lots of activities, including Rapunzel's favorite painting. On the day before her 18th birthday, Rapunzel wanted to break her routine. Each year, Rapunzel had seen mysterious lights floating up into the night sky on her birthday. She felt they were meant for her. More than anything, she wanted Mother Gothel to take her to see them.
Rapunzel, let down your hair.
Mother Gothel called when she arrived at the tower. Rapunzel pulled her up, determined to ask for her birthday wish.
I want to travel to see the floating lights.
She blurted out.
Oh, you mean the stars.
Mother Gothel lied.
That's the thing.
Countered Rapunzel.
I've charted stars and they're always constant. But these? They appear every year on my birthday. Only on my birthday. I have to know what they are.
Go outside?
Asked Mother Gothel in shock.
Why? Rapunzel.
Mother Gothel insisted that the world outside was far too scary a place for a weak and helpless girl like Rapunzel. There were ruffians, men with pointy teeth, poison ivy, the plague, quicksand, and snakes. The menacing description of life beyond the tower terrified Rapunzel.
Don't ever ask to leave this tower again,
Mother Gothel said, patting Rapunzel on her head. Rapunzel sighed and smiled weakly. Meanwhile, in another part of the forest, a thief named Flynn Rider was on the run with his cutthroat accomplices, the Stabbington brothers. Flynn clutched a satchel as he came to an abrupt halt in front of a wanted poster of himself. Surely he was more handsome in real life. Flynn looked up and saw the palace guards on the cliff above them. He ran with the precious satchel, ditching the Stabbingtons. But the lead palace horse, Maximus, was already in hot pursuit. Flynn and Maximus furiously fought for the satchel until their battle landed them on a tree branch that extended over a cliff's edge. Flynn reached the bag just ahead of Maximus.
Ha!
The thief crowed triumphantly. Track! The tree branch splintered and the archenemies both toppled into the canyon below. When they landed, Flynn took off, escaping the horse. As he felt his way along a rock face, he was thrilled to discover a hidden entrance to a cave. Scrambling inside, he soon emerged to an astonishing sight. There, in the center of a hidden valley, stood an enormous tower. It was the perfect hiding place. Using 2 arrows, Flynn scaled the tower, hopped through the open window, and breathed a sigh of relief. Clang! Rapunzel hit the intruder with her frying pan. He was out cold. Hastily, she stuffed him in a closet and propped a chair against the doors. Rapunzel felt exhilarated. Surely this act of bravery would prove to Mother Gothel that she could handle herself in the outside world. Noticing the satchel Flynn had dropped, Rapunzel reached inside and pulled out a gold crown encrusted with jewels. She had never seen such a thing before. When she placed it on top of her head, it fit perfectly. Rapunzel gazed into the mirror. Something seemed familiar.
Rapunzel, let down your hair.
Mother Gothel called. Rapunzel swiftly hid the crown before pulling Mother Gothel up into the tower. She tried to tell Mother Gothel about her brave act, but Mother Gothel cut her off, screaming,
You're not leaving this tower, ever.
Rapunzel was shocked. Realizing Mother Gothel would never let her out of the tower, Rapunzel came up with an idea. She asked for some paint for her birthday paint that could only be found very far away. Relieved, Mother Gothel agreed.
I'll be back in 3 days' time.
She said. After Mother Gothel left, Rapunzel pulled Flynn out of the closet and tied him to a chair with her hair. When he swore he wasn't there to steal her hair, Rapunzel pointed to her painting of the floating lights.
Tomorrow they will light the night sky. You will act as my guide, take me to see them, and return me home safely. Then, and only then, will I return your satchel to you,
declared Rapunzel. Flynn had no choice but to agree. Rapunzel was terrified. She had never been outside before. With Pascal on her shoulder, she leaped from her window and slid down her hair. Slowly, she touched one foot to the soft grass, then the other.
Woohoo!
She exclaimed. Overcome with excitement, Rapunzel began to roll around on the ground. As Rapunzel explored the forest for the first time, she was filled with joy, but she also felt terrible guilt for betraying Mother Gothel.
Let's just turn around.
Flynn suggested.
I get back my satchel, you get back a mother-daughter relationship based on mutual trust.
Flynn failed to convince Rapunzel.
No, I am seeing those lanterns.
She insisted. In another part of the forest, Mother Gothel ran into Maximus. Fearing guards had come for Rapunzel, she sprinted back to the tower and realized the awful truth. Rapunzel was gone. Investigating further, Mother Gothel found the glittering crown and Flynn's wanted poster. She knew exactly who had taken Rapunzel and nothing was going to stop her from finding them. Desperate to get his satchel back, Flynn came up with a plan. He would convince Rapunzel to return to the tower by taking her to a little pub called the Snuggly Duckling. When they walked into the pub, Rapunzel came face to face with her worst fears. The place was filled with the most menacing thugs and ruffians imaginable. Flynn's plan worked. He was escorting a terrified Rapunzel to the exit when, suddenly, a huge thug slammed the door shut and held up Flynn's wanted poster. Quickly, the pub thugs captured Flynn and began fighting one another for the reward money.
Excuse me, ruffians?
Rapunzel broke in.
Is it possible to get my guide back?
The thugs just ignored her and continued to pummel Flynn.
Rapunzel stood fiercely atop the bar and hit her pan against a giant pot.
Pang!
Put him down.
She commanded. The thugs stopped. Rapunzel explained that she needed Flynn to take her to see the lights.
Haven't any of you ever had a dream?
She asked. As it turned out, every one of the thugs had a dream. Suddenly, the royal guards burst into the pub, followed by Maximus and the Stabbingtons, the brothers now in shackles.
Where's Ryder? Where is he?
Demanded the captain. Flynn and Rapunzel quickly escaped into a secret tunnel. Maximus sniffed out the secret passageway, and the horse and guards charged through the tunnel after them. From a window, Mother Gothel had watched the scene unfold. She realized Rapunzel hadn't been kidnapped. In fact, Rapunzel was the one in control. Approaching the first thug who came through the pub door, Mother Gothel demanded,
Where does that tunnel let out?
Meanwhile, the pursuers soon caught up with Flynn and Rapunzel in the tunnel.
Run!
Flynn cried. They raced out of the tunnel and skidded to a stop at the edge of an enormous cavern. Just as Maximus disarmed Flynn, Rapunzel threw Flynn her hair and held on tight as he leaped off the cliff and swung into the air. But Rapunzel and Flynn weren't safe yet. Flynn and Rapunzel swung down to the bottom of the cavern. The Stabbingtons, who had escaped their captors, sprinted after them. But a dam suddenly burst, filling the cavern with water. A giant wave washed the thugs away, along with Maximus and the guards. As Flynn and Rapunzel ducked into a cave, a stone column crashed to the ground, closing off the entrance. They were trapped.